Now in NBC Palm Springs at 11 o'clock, Southern California bracing for heavy rainfall, and the Riverside County Fair still planning on operating despite that rain. We've got more ahead. Also, today's President's Day, how the Coachella Valley celebrated the holiday. That's coming up.
Cooler temperatures and more rain heading our way. I'll let you know how long it will last. NBC Palm Springs at 11 begins now.
Now, connecting the valley, this is NBC Palm Springs at 11.
Good evening, everybody. It's great to have you here on this Monday. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Mark Mester. Winter storms expected to drench the Coachella Valley and surrounding areas throughout this week. It's tonight's top story. The first of three storm systems moving into the Inland Empire, bringing steady rain to the valley and heavy snow to the mountains. The Riverside County Fire Department warning residents tonight to prepare for flooded roads, down power lines, and fast-moving water. Forecasters say at least half an inch of rain is expected through Tuesday and another round possible for Wednesday. With that, live pictures tonight from our Agua Caliente casino camera high above right there in Rancho Mirage. We have Pablo Alsina standing by, tracking a wet forecast for this week.
Yeah, but I think the worst of it is going to be on Monday and tonight, overnight, Tuesday. After that, it should start dying down, but we definitely got some rain today. Currently 56 degrees. You'll also notice we're around 10 degrees cooler than we should be and around 15 degrees cooler than we were last week. High humidity, 64% with those rain clouds in the area. But the temperatures around, you'll notice 56 degrees in Palm Springs, 54 in Thousand Palms. So it hasn't cooled off that much, but during the day, it definitely was cooler. As far as future rain, you're going to notice you'll still see some rain overnight on Tuesday in the early morning, and then throughout a little bit here and there on Tuesday as well. You also notice lots of wind, 14-mile-per-hour wind gusts in Whitewater. They're going to see winds of up to 40 miles an hour later this week. 6 a.m. will be around 48 degrees, heating up to around 63 by noon. And our 3-day comfort air forecast, yes, more rain Tuesday and Wednesday, but less rain than we had on Monday. And on Wednesday, it should start dying off by Thursday. No more rain in the forecast, so the rest of the weekend will be gorgeous. Back over to Mark.
All right, Pablo, thank you for that. We have a guide tonight of cities and stations that are providing sandbags for your home safety. Here's a look at some of the locations, mostly fire stations covering the cities of Palm Springs, Cathedral City, and Desert Hot Springs. We'll update you with more cities and locations coming up tomorrow in our morning show that starts at 6 a.m. The wet weather did not stop the fun over at the Riverside County Fair in Indio, where the grounds are open, rain or shine, for the rest of this week. Our Brett Rosen spoke with some fairgoers, and here's what they had to say.
The umbrellas came out today during the fair. Rain falling hard as well as cold wind during the morning and afternoon. But that didn't deter most fairgoers, as plenty still came out despite the weather.
We're trekking through it, originally from Washington State. We're just visiting, and it's our first time down here, and we wanted to come check it out.
This is easy. We're creating our own sunshine. It may be cloudy, but we are happy, and we are having a fun time.
I came prepared, luckily, so I think that I'm still able to enjoy it, but it is a little cold outside, so it is kind of making me go out to the outer part.
Fair officials say they have prepared for all types of weather conditions, including rain, even having to move events that were once outside in.
We're here, we're still here, out here. We've got lots of programming, lots of indoor activities as well. We still have a good crowd, but of course, we encourage everyone, bring your jackets, bring your umbrellas if you're out here, monitor that weather.
Officials say most of the pop-ups have traveled all over and are used to all types of weather conditions. But for other businesses, the thought of it raining another few days can be pretty damaging.
It's been slower than usual because our face painting is water-based, so yeah, it melts right off. Like, less people tend to come out when it's raining just because it's uncertain if rides are going to close or other vendors are going to close, so yeah, it's tough.
Our Brett Rosen reporting this evening. And as the rain moves in throughout this week, Cathedral City has posted about how to prepare for the upcoming weather. Their social media post encourages locals to remember to charge all devices, be prepared with an emergency kit, secure your home, and avoid flooded areas. Today's President's Day. It's a time to honor the leaders who helped build the nation we know today. The city of Indio joined the celebration, kicking off its President's Day parade, which happened this morning. It started at 9 as part of the Riverside County Fair National Date Festival. The parade was held at Highway 111 and Arabia Street near the fairgrounds. Leading this year's parade as Grand Marshals were Grant Flores and Gucci Manny Flores, professional boxers from Coachella. Local high school bands will battling out their spirit as they march down the roads. The fair, which is now in its 78th year, runs every weekend through March 1st. A number of locals spent the morning protesting outside of Rancho Mirage City Hall for the Rally for America series. Organized by Democrats of the Desert and Indivisible, Coachella Valley protesters were along Highway 111. It started at 9 this morning, wrapped up at around 10. The organizations are calling to end harmful ICE activity around the valley.
I think it's important for us to be able to tell the general population out there that we're unhappy with what's happening in Washington, D.C. and elsewhere in the country, and people need to know that, there are people that care and we're fighting for them.
The event was a peaceful sidewalk rally where participants, as you can see, carried signs. The city of La Quinta is planning slurry seal improvement road work. It's for tomorrow morning. Work is scheduled to start around 8 a.m. along Adams Street from Miles Avenue to Blackhawk Way. That's right near La Quinta High School. Drivers can expect delays and possible lane restrictions throughout the day. City officials are encouraging drivers to plan ahead, take alternate routes when possible, and they're thanking the community for their patience while the upgrades are completed. The California Highway Patrol responded to a traffic collision on the 10 freeway by Hagen-Lehman Way today. As you can see on your screen tonight, it affected eastbound traffic. Drivers experiencing some heavy traffic, as you can see right there. Highway Patrol says the cause of the collision was a vehicle speeding at a high rate. The vehicle went off the roadway and onto some nearby railroad tracks. Train traffic was temporarily stopped due to the obstruction. Riverside County Fire was called in to assist, and a tow company worked to remove the vehicle from the tracks. Minor injuries were reported. One person hospitalized, nearly 300 others evacuated from the Grand Hyatt in Indian Wells last night. It was due to an electrical fire. CAL FIRE says that blaze broke out in an electrical room at the hotel at about 8 o'clock Sunday night. It took firefighters around 1 hour to contain it. First responders remained on scene overnight to clear out the smoke. Out of the nearly 300 people affected, officials say one person was taken to the hospital for smoke inhalation and is fully recovered. Everyone was relocated to other accommodations, according to CAL FIRE. The cause remains under investigation, but today the general manager of the Grand Hyatt, Dan Johnson, provided us with a statement regarding the blaze. It reads in part, "Last night the hotel experienced an isolated fire in a storage closet on the 5th floor of the main building. We immediately engaged local authorities and evacuated guests from the main building out of an abundance of caution. The fire was quickly extinguished. Guests have since been able to return to their rooms and hotel operations continue business as usual at this time." End quote. Coming up next here on this Monday evening, Modernism Week has taken over a new location in Palm Springs. What attendees experienced? That's coming up. Also, gas prices rising today in Riverside County. What studies are showing? That's after the break. But first tonight, rain down here, snow up there. Have a look at the live conditions from our Palm Springs aerial tramway camera. Pablo Alsina is still standing by with details on that full 7-day forecast. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 11 o'clock, and we're back right after this.
committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 11.
Today, Modernism Week brought visitors to the historic Ocotillo Lodge for a special talk and tour celebrating mid-century design. During the event, guests gathered inside the Candlewood Room to hear about the lodge's storied past, rumored celebrity visitors, and ongoing preservation efforts. Attendees also viewed an exhibit highlighting Chrysler's architectural influence across Palm Springs, and then toured 5 distinctive units, including a rare 2-story residence once used by the Alexander family. The event also highlighted the iconic grounds designed by Garrett Ekbo, including the famous keyhole-shaped pool, with proceeds supporting continued restoration of the historic site. Here's what their HOA president had to say.
It's a pretty magical place, I got to tell you. It's just got a certain vibe when you walk in the gates. It's just this wonderful, easygoing vibe. As a matter of fact, over here at the outside bar, most nights you'll find us hanging out having cocktail hours together. So it's pretty cool. My wife describes it as magical, and she's right.
Modernism Week gives people the chance to explore iconic homes and buildings in and around Palm Springs. You can browse all activities, and you can tour by visiting modernismweek.com. Act for MS held their big fundraising golf event this morning. The 4th annual Act for MS tournament teed off at noontime at the Palm Valley Country Club in Palm Desert. There was a silent auction, a dinner, live entertainment for guests, and even players. Act for MS was created to improve the quality of life for those suffering from multiple sclerosis, providing strength training, cardiovascular programs, educational seminars, and assistance with mobility equipment.
Well, it will benefit people with multiple sclerosis in our organization because all the money raised will be used to service our clients. And they'll get the proper services that they need. We have mental health. We have going to the gym with a personal trainer. We have, I think in March, we're going to start up again because the aquatic center is closed. We'll be going back to the aquatic center to use the pool. So all of these things will help everybody with MS.
Greer helped found Act for MS back in 1998 after she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in her 40s. Turning to some consumer news this evening, the average price of a gallon of self-serve regular gasoline in Riverside County rose again today, marking the 25th increase in the past 26 days. Gas now averages $4.47 per gallon. That's the highest price since December 4th. Prices are up more than 10 cents from last week and over 33 cents from a month ago, though still nearly 13 cents lower than this time last year. Experts say the recent increases are linked to a Northern California refinery closure, Southern California refinery maintenance, and the start of summer blend gasoline production. All right, we have live pictures tonight from our Agua Caliente casino camera. High above right there in downtown Palm Springs, Pablo Alsina standing by. He's tracking the wet weather. Hey, Pablo.
The wet weather and the high winds. I'll break it all down in my forecast. Keep it here on NBC Palm Springs. Happy Monday night. Looking at this Walter Clark cam shot, you'll notice not much wind in this area, but there's other areas getting very, very windy. And you also notice the wet roads, and we are still expecting some rain overnight and into Tuesday. But as you notice, most of the rain will be on Monday. Tuesday, we're not expecting that much rain. A little more rain on Wednesday, but again, Monday night should be the most rain that we will see. We were also cooler than usual, around 9 degrees cooler at 64 degrees for a high, normally at 73. For most of the month, we were around 10 to 15 degrees hotter than we should be. As far as the wind goes, look how windy on Wednesday in Whitewater, expecting wind gusts of up to 40 miles an hour. Desert Hot Springs, north and south of the I-10 for most of the days. They're going to be pretty windy with wind gusts around 20 to 29 miles an hour as well. High temperatures you saw today. What do you notice? No 70s anywhere, no 80s either. A high of just 65 in Palm Desert, 64 in Palm Springs. But at nighttime, it won't cool off that much. If you see the low temperatures for tonight, just 50 degrees in Palm Springs, Palm Desert at 46. Now up in Big Bear, they're in the low 20s, and they are getting some fresh snow. So if you can make it up to Big Bear, ooh, some nice skiing this weekend with the snow should still be there, especially with 3 days of rain. Idlewild with a low of just 37 degrees. Now looking at our 7-day Comfort Air forecast, you'll notice rain on Tuesday and Wednesday, around 60 to 80% chance of rain, but again, it shouldn't rain as much as it did Monday. After that, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, if you're going to the fair, for instance, perfect time to go outside, get your exercise in, go hiking, be outdoors, because it's going to be gorgeous the rest of the week, into those high 60s, low 70s, finally feeling somewhat like winter after being in the mid 80s last week. I'm Pablo Alsina, at Pablo Alsina on Instagram. I love friends. Send me a message. I promise to reply. And keep it here on NBC Palm Springs.
NBC Palm Springs Sports with Tim O'Brien, powered by Agua Caliente Casino.
Well, welcome back. The golf community at PGA West came together Sunday to honor the late Johnny Brand, who dreamed of one day competing and playing golf at the collegiate level. Now Johnny's legacy will forever be a part of the prestige golf tournament. Brand, a 16-year-old golfer who died in December after battling Ewing sarcoma, attended the prestige at PGA West every year, participated in the junior clinic where college coaches work directly with young players. Over the years, Johnny built relationships with coaches from Stanford and UCLA, including a Bruins assistant who later visited him in the hospital during treatment. On Sunday, tournament leaders and college coaches introduced the inaugural Johnny Brand Sportsmanship Award, which will be presented annually every year at the Prestige.
We're also starting a new award that's going to be given out on an annual basis of the Prestige. Brandon and the shop and the guys here know the family as well. And we're going to recognize in Johnny's honor someone that really epitomizes the sportsmanship and the great stuff about the Prestige, the junior clinic, the community of Coachella Valley, this beautiful golf course, the staff that we have here. All of that is going to be moving forward in honor of Johnny as we begin to hand out the Johnny Brand Award, okay? So in the first year, Jake, come up here. We're actually going to give it to Jake because he's missing his brother right now.
Only fitting his brother, the first recipient. Now, Jake Brand is a star athlete at Palm Desert High School. Will continue his athletic and academic career next fall at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo on a baseball scholarship. Before we wrap on this, a quickly look at the updated medal count for your 26 Winter Games. You see Norway leading the way with 28 total medals. Italy, USA, Japan, and Germany. The U.S. slowly climbing up the rankings. 6 golds, 8 silver, 5 bronze for a total of 19. Don't count the Americans out just yet. Germany leapfrogging quite a few countries to get into that top 5. So we're entering the last week already, believe it or not, of the Winter Games. And I'll end with this lastly, the Prestige continuing at the Norman course at PGA West on Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll, of course, keep you up to date with scores and highlights right here on NBC Palm Springs and NBCPalmSprings.com. That'll do it in sports. I'm Tim O'Brien.
It's the final week of the Winter Olympics, but you still have some time to head up to Big Bear for a solo trip or even with your family. Our Tim O'Brien on double duty tonight. He's got more on one of the most popular venues for the full Winter Games viewing experience.
Back on the corridor here in Big Bear outside Mood Ridge Coffee Company, the unofficial village for the Winter Games. I heard this is going to be a hockey spot, so we're going to go inside, check out the food, the drinks, and a little hockey. So just how long the company, or at least the building's been here, and how long you've worked here?
So Moonridge Coffee Company opened in 2013. I've been here since 2015, so I hit my 10 years in October. And Rob and Michelle McCoy are the new owners. They purchased it 2.5 years ago.
Just the growth that you've seen, the involvement of the company.
So yeah, Moonridge Coffee has grown tremendously, especially over the last 2.5 years. We've become a huge trendy coffee shop in Big Bear. We sell specialty coffees, pastries, breakfast, lunch, and people love coming here, especially on the weekends. We have a line out the door.
Okay, so one of the unofficial sites here, the village for the Winter Games on the corridor. We visited other establishments. Just what is Moonridge? What are you guys doing here at the coffee company?
Here at Moonridge Coffee, we're going to be hosting watch parties for the Olympics. We are hosting for ice skating as well as hockey.
Upstairs, of course, we'll have air hockey able to play. Just talk about that and what you hope to get when visitors come in.
So we're going to be staying open a little later during those watch party times. We're going to have air hockey upstairs. We're going to be making some special homemade treats that look like little hockey pucks. We'll be selling poutine, and of course we have beer, wine, and mimosa flights that we're going to be selling to our customers.
Thanks to Tim O'Brien for that. We also have this to tell you about. It's an Olympics page available for you to access on our website so you can stay up to date. That's on NBCPalmSprings.com/Olympics. You can find all our latest coverage of the Olympic Games, the current Olympic medal count, event schedule, and all the latest from NBC concerning the Winter Games. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but we're back with your entertainment headlines. That's next.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
For more than 3 decades, the Steve Chase Humanitarian Awards, also known as the Chase Awards, has been one of the Coachella Valley's signature fundraising events, bringing together community leaders, donors, and entertainers to support health equity across Southern California, and it's getting ready to come back again this year. This year's event takes place Saturday, February 21st at the Palm Springs Convention Center. The 2026 event will honor Lisa Middleton for her years of community service and leadership with a special performance by music legends The Temptations. For ticket information, just visit daphealth.org. Valentine's Day weekend saw moviegoers turn to an iconic romantic drama as well as animation and adventure. David Daniel has the early box office estimates for the top 5 films in theaters Friday through Sunday.
What's your name?
Matt, and you are Cafe del Sole.
Gia.
No,
not
I know,
Gia.
I know.
Cafe
I was just trying to be funny.
Okay, I keep trying.
Solo Mio fell to 5th place, adding $6.8 million.
I was busy trying to keep us alive.
A trio of new movies sent Send Help down to 4th place with $9 million.
Doesn't matter how much money you make, it's never enough.
I'll know when I have enough.
How?
$15.1 million gave Crime 101 a 3rd place debut.
All my life, I've always wanted to play professional warball.
Goat started out in 2nd place, scoring $26 million.
Why did you leave me?
Why did you betray your own heart?
Wuthering Heights, starring Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi, opened on top, taking in $34.8 million. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Has died. According to a statement sent by his public relations agency on behalf of his wife, Duvall died peacefully at his home in Virginia on Sunday. He had an acclaimed screen career. It spanned 6 decades. Best known, of course, for his roles in movies like The Godfather, Apocalypse Now, and many other tough guy roles. The family said that those who wish to honor his memory are encouraged to do so in a way that reflects the life that he lived, by watching a great film, telling a good story with friends, or taking a drive in the countryside to appreciate the world's beauty. Robert Duvall was 95 years old. All right, finally tonight, Muslims around the world preparing to observe the holy month of Ramadan. The exact start can be a bit tricky because it's determined by moon sightings. Oman, Turkey, and Singapore have already declared it to begin this Thursday. But many followers adhere to guidance from Saudi Arabia and also the United Arab Emirates. They haven't set the date just yet, but it could be either Wednesday or Thursday. Muslims honor the holy month by fasting between sunrise and sunset. Ramadan lasts for 30 days. Huh? That's good information right there.
Great information. And in case you guys heard jets flying overhead, we've been hearing it all night, so let us know.
Definitely over Palm Springs, Rancho Mirage, and here in Palm Desert. Good night, everybody.